It's the second of a three-game series in downtown Cincinnati, with the Stingers hosting the Railers for the second of a three-game series. Chicago took game one on the road 6-4 yesterday. Stingers looking to come back at them here tonight on a Sunday night. First pitch between the Stingers, Railers next. Stick around. Testing. Alright. Just getting things. Hold on. There you go, there's the Beehive Field. Alright, here we go. Here we go, enjoy the game. Everything's ready. And I had to re-enter it again. At least right back where we were when that ended. Enjoy the game. Hello and welcome to Beehive Field. Cincinnati Stingers, second of a three-game series against the Chicago Railers. Railers won yesterday 6-4. And to lead the series 1-0. Stingers looking to get back on him. Jose Altuve for the Stingers, hitting .359 over the last 10 games. Third 9 at bats, 5 runs, 2 home runs, 11 RBI, 359 batting average, and a 983 OPS. Not too shabby for Jose Altuve. And the first pitch, Stingers, Railers, is next. Glad to have you tuning in here on a Sunday night. Chris Sale taking the mound, his 22nd appearance this year. In his last year in Major League Baseball, he won the Cy Young Award in 2024. 22nd game of the year, 11-7 record, 121 innings pitched, 5.70 ERA, 121 WHIP, 121 strikeouts, 24.3 strikeout rate, and 6.4% walk rate. And the center fielder for the Chicago Railers leading off is Ruben James. Top of the first pitch. It'll be four-seamer foul. We're underway. Glad to have you tuning in. 21 doubles this year for the Chicago Railers. Has the second most on the team. And it'll be a bouncing ball right back at Chris Sale. And there's the first out of the ball game. We're going to get onto a consistent schedule. I'm going to get at least 100 games in this year. So, right fielder Nick Castellanos hitting at 270. Pretty solid for the Railers. Okay, yeah, there's at least one hitting higher than. But here's the left fielder Nolan Jones, one other guy hitting 278. Chicago's not exactly a great team. You know, Cincinnati isn't either, but the Atlantic Division isn't that good this year. There's ball 2 to Nolan Jones. The 2-0 pitch. Four-seamer inside. 3 straight balls. The DH Shohei Ohtani. Yes, you will see Shohei. The third time I've put this in. I hope I never have to put it in again, because I have two save files in. And nice. At least I didn't lose all logos too. And that's 4 straight balls to Nolan Jones to walk him. And there's one on for Chicago. Here's Ohtani for the Railers. Top of the first. 1 on, 1 out. He'll take first pitch on the outside edge. Strike 1. 34 homers and 89 RBIs this year already. 5-time All-Star. Because he's Shohei Ohtani. Hitting at 330. Which, that is Shohei. Shohei hitting Shohei-like numbers. He's only grounded into 10 double plays this year. Stingers have the opportunity to turn a double play. And they strike out Ohtani. Good job, Chris Sale. Gets Ohtani out the first on his first at bat today. Here is Nolan Gorman. And that ball's in the dirt. Oh, it gets away. He's taking off for second base. And wait, did he? No. You would think he would take off for second base, but he didn't. He stayed on first. I would have taken second. Because you should already have a lead, so that's boost, and then as soon as that goes, you make a few extra steps. So as soon as that pitch is thrown, as soon as you hear the ball off the bat, 2-0 count, and then when you see, I don't know why he didn't run to second. 3-0 to Nolan Gorman. Nick Castellanos on deck. The pitch. Swing, that'll be a ground ball. And there's the throw to first base. And that's out number 3. We're going to the Stingers first. Ohtani strikes out. And we're going to the Stingers first. And taking them out for the Chicago Railers will be DL Hall. His 21st appearance this year, 5-6 record, 91.2 innings pitched, 4.71 ERA, 177 WHIP, 81 strikeouts, 19% strikeout rate, and a 13.8% walk rate. Yeah, so if you're looking to improve that ERA and his WHIP, but not the worst numbers in the world. Not exactly great, but definitely can make. We'll see if he makes a quality start today. We'll see how he does. Facing Garrett Hampson. And that is strike 1 top of the zone. And the count's 0-1. So, Chicago. Very big market. They have Ohtani there. They got, it's second fiddle to New York. Well, it's basically the third wheel of New York and LA. There's big cities in the U.S. And a curveball, strike 3 to Garrett Hampson, and DL Hall gets his first strikeout on his first at bat. So here for the Cincinnati Stingers, up to the plate is David Fry. Oh, nice shot, but it's foul. Good swing by David Fry on the foul ball. First pitch he saw today. 13 home runs this year and 43 RBIs with a 902 OPS and a 318 batting average. Very good OPS for David Fry. And he waits on that curveball. 14 percentage of on base this year for David Fry. And that one, ball one, he doesn't get the call. Hopefully I can get to a more consistent schedule. Schedule's been inconsistent. Two, maybe 3 games. I really want to get to 100 games this year. And he got him on a circle changeup, and there's 2 down. Second K in here for DL Hall. Back-to-back Ks. Here is William Contreras. Fastball just in the upper inside corner, 1-0. Contreras waits on that fastball inside, ball 2. Good take. When you're watching that fastball come in, well, it's fast. It can be hard to judge when it's on the inside edge, and you're also going to be worried about it hitting you. It's a long pitch. Swing, that'll be a blast. That's going to go deep left center field towards the Power Grill building. Gone! Contreras with his 11th home run this year. And it's 1-0 Cincinnati. .109 off the bat of William Contreras. And the Stingers jumping this ball game with a bang. Right towards the Power Alley Grill building. And it gets over the wall. Holy camole! There's Jose Altuve.
Counts 1-0.
Take a circle change up low, ball 1. Stingers now with a 1-0 lead. He had a perfect swing there, and he unloaded on that pitch. Second baseman Jose Altuve, yeah, he's playing second base for Cincy. And that's going to be down the third base line. And that's into the corner for Altuve. And he'll get an easy double with that one. 2 outs here in the Stingers first. Here's Randall Grichuk. Bottom of first with 2 down. Altuve on second base.
0-1's the count.
Strike 1. Cincinnati, the defense had a bit of a collapse in yesterday's ball game. They're losing 6 runs.
Nope, foul ball.
Hoping for a better defense today. They get the early start with a solo blast from William Contreras into left center. It's all going to be all about riding that through the rest of this ball game for not only Contreras, but the rest of that Stingers lineup. And Grichuk takes strike 3. And that will do it for the first inning. We're going to the second. Contreras with a solo blast, and it's 1-0 Stingers. Leading off the second inning for Chicago will be Nick Castellanos, the right fielder. 58 RBIs. Fifth in the lineup for Chicago, the Railers. Trailing 1-0.
0-1.
And for Chris Sale, it's all about keeping this Railers lineup on their heels.
1-1.
You gotta keep them guessing. Because once you become predictable,
Nope.
Once they catch on, it's much harder to get outs. It's kind of like waiting a response now. Oh, we are waiting a response from Chicago. Will they respond? Mm. Oh. And Chris Sale strikes him out for one down here in the second. There is Isaac Paredes. And healing a bomb down the left field line. Down the right field line. No, that's down the left field line, sorry. Down the left field line, it is gone to the bleachers on the left. Isaac Paredes answers back with a home run of his own. And we're tied at 1. 1-1 off the bat for Isaac. How about that for Chicago? Absolute bullet. A blast. Down the left field line there, you can see. That pitch, it goes inside of it. And he hits this thing a mile high in the air to deep left field. And gets it well into the seats. Like 10 rows in. And we're tied. So now we're even Steven. Here's Francisco Alvarez, the Railers catcher. 10 home runs, 36 RBI, 761 OPS. Fastball top of the zone, strike 2. Alvarez, oh, a lot of movement on that slider inside there. Pitcher, you gotta control your slider. Something you can spend time working on. Or really any breaking ball for that matter. As it counts 1 and 2.
Ball, that's out.
We're assuming that'll be 2 and 2 off the plate. Outside edge to Alvarez. And we got that synchrophone. I'm just gonna test to see if it works. Yeah, it works. We're doing pretty well here. Count is 2 and 2 to Francisco Alvarez. The pitch. Oh, another slider. He's getting them with these. Alvarez is taking these sliders well that are off the plate. That'll be fouled off down the right field line into the corner. Already been an 8-pitch at bat. The 9th pitch of the at bat to Alvarez. And that's going to be ball 4. Another four-seed fastball. He was doing this. He did the same thing with his fastball he did with the slider, and it was ball 4. And now Alvarez takes first. Here's Rowdy Tellez. Top of the second. He'll take a 4-seamer at the top of the zone. Strike 1. Railers leading. They're looking to break it open here. They just need at least another hit. Got him on that at the knees there. 0-2 to Tellez. Top of the second at 0-2 count to Rowdy. Which has having the first name Rowdy is a cool name, by the way. It's a really cool name. Rowdy Tellez. LBS lines are bouncing foul and it's 0-2. Late swing on the circle, trained it from Tellez. Gotta learn to swing on time. If you swing too early or too late, it's gonna either be foul or it's not gonna have enough power. Counts 1 and 2, and that's a lot of time was leads like things like your roundouts, your foul balls. And that's up the middle for Tellez, a base hit. Alvarez is taking off for third. No, he'll stop at second. And there's 2 on for Chicago. There's only 1 out here in the second. So here comes Tommy Troy. And he'll takes the first pitch he sees. The Chicago shortstop, strike 1. Sale looks at second base. And there's a pitch, will be high fly ball, center field. This one going. How far will it go? It'll not be too deep. There's the catch. He's got to egg on for third. No, stops. He stays at second base. I would have taken off, but I thought that was deep enough. Actually, maybe it would be very close. Probably why I didn't take off. Here's the center fielder, Ruben James, with 2-on-2 out. Here in the Chicago second. I don't know why Alvarez didn't even run, because he definitely would have had he could have made it. Ruben James 2 for 5 yesterday for the Railers. Ah, got him in the upper outside corner. Good job by Sale. Just needs to punch him out here. The 0-2 pitch. That's down low and a sinker. 1-2. And Ruben James did not take the bait. And the 1-2 pitch to. Hey, that's strike three called. We're going to the Stingers second. Dalton Varsho, the center fielder for the Cincinnati Stingers, leading off here. Tied at 1 between the ball clubs early on in this ball game. Forcing around the plate, that'll be ball 1. 19 doubles this year. Taking on the Stingers for Dalton Varsho. Takes that one up around that corner. Even the count to Varsho 1-1. Yellow gave up the solo home run in the first. So William Contreras. Yeah. Is that the only hit? No, there was one other hit for Cincy in that first inning. Bottom of the second, counts 1-2. And a pitch from Hall. High fly, foul direct into the left field corner. Drops down and bounces into the seats. And Hall deals the 1-2. Varsho flinched, but he didn't swing. 2-2. It was above the plate. And the 2-2. He'll be bouncing right back at Hall. Oh, he didn't grab it. The throw to first base is in time. And that's out number 1. Here in the Cincy second. Here comes Jake Bowers for the Stingers. The Cincy first baseman. Stingers actually have a new connection to history. Just because of their name, I'm just going to throw this in there for Cincy. Nope. Cincinnati. They had a hockey team in like the 60s, 70s.
Outside, that's a ball.
What was it? Not the. I can't remember what it was. The WHL. And then it'll be a ground ball. That's gonna get through center field. A base hit for Bowers with one out here in the second for Cincy. And it was a team called the Cincinnati Stingers. They had the exact same logo as this ball club has. That C, you know, that turns into the B on top. Same logo. And I repurposed it for the National Baseball League to make this the Cincy Ball Club. Counts 1-0 to J.P. Crawford. If you haven't already seen a Stingers game, which I've covered a few, one of them I did fall asleep for. I did fall asleep for one. There's like just a 5 home run video where they hit like they won that one game 10-0. There's the third. There's one. There's two. Double play. And that ends the second. A Railers infield double play. And yes, I am candidates Michael Caine, Fred Singer, and Chris Sale. It's gonna be interesting to see who makes it. Nolan Jones leading off the third inning for the Railers, second in the lineup for Chicago. 4 RBIs and he takes ball 1. Well, it'll be right past Chris Sale for a base hit. Lead off the 3rd inning for Chicago. And Jones is aboard. And here comes Ohtani once again. Sale struck him out the last time. See what Shohei does this time. Here's Shohei. Slider out the plate, that'll be ball 1. Ohtani's lighting it up with the Dodgers in like the real, what we call the real world Major League Baseball. He's lighting it up with the Dodgers, but his university he's playing for the Railers. He's still got about 4 weeks to go. I mean, about a month we'll be in the playoffs. And by December we will be in the World Series. I don't know if we'll be done exactly by Christmas Day, but we'll be done by New Year's for sure. Counts 1-2 to Ohtani. Yeah. I do have a specialty game coming up. I won't say. I do know what it is, but I won't say what it is though. It's the last one of the year. It was already the Whalers, Sailors, Fenway Classic, and then before that there was the Bayfront Classic. I'll be down the right field line. That was a game held at the AA park, the AA field for the, what was the team's name? The Pensacola Blue Wahoos. It's going to be another venue, a unique venue since it's a bit different. It'll be fun. And that's going to be in the left center field for Ohtani. That's going to get down. It's going to get past him. It's all the way off the wall. And then I'll bring a run on for Chicago. Another run. As he goes try for the plate, he'll stop at 3rd. But that scores a run for the Railers. They lead it 2-1. Ohtani, you can see. He gets that one down into left center field. It bounces down. He tries to get it, but he doesn't do a full dive. You can see, he's like, oh, I'll get it, and it just, like, maybe he's scared, maybe he didn't fully commit, and it gets past him off the wall, and allows him to get in with a triple. A triple. He's Ohtani. He can hit, and he can steal bases, and he can pitch. Yeah, I know. It's kind of insane. A 1 count to Gorman. The pitch. And Gorman got a piece of it, 0-2. And the 0-2. Could be a slider down low, that'll be 1-2 to Gorman. Part of the game against any game against Chicago in the NBL is going to be fighting Ohtani. And he struck out on the slider for strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Chris Sale in 3 innings. And he gets Gorman there with the slider. Swung right over the top of it. Here is Nick Castellanos. Nick got out his first time. And for one today, here is ball 1. It was a strikeout. Struck out his first time. The right fielder for the Railers. A very straight stance. The batter spots, but he hits a home run to deep left center field. That ball off the batter's eye. A 2-run blast for the Railers. 18th home run this year for Nick Castellanos, and it's 4-1 Chicago. And they continue where they left off yesterday in their 6-4 win, with 2 home runs in this ball game, and we're not even to the second half of the game yet. Deep to left center right there, you can see, and they just barely Gets on top of the batter's eye. It's a good 26.3 degree launch angle on it, 7-second hang time. And that baby's gone. 4-1 Railers. Oh, nice fire on the quarter by Chris Sale, 0-1. Now a 3-1 lead for Chicago. It's the third inning, folks. It's the third inning. We're gonna inning have to go before the second half of the game, and that's a base hit for Chicago. That one's into deep right center field, and that will be a sliding double for Isaac Paredes. And there's still only one out in the inning. Yeah, really good hit by Paredes. He gets a good swing on it, and he gets it in a pretty good spot on the bat. Good running, and he slides in with a double. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. There's a bit of a smaller strike zone, and he takes the count 0-1. See, he's, dare I say, heavy set. It's a good way to describe him. Heavy set. Counts 0-1 Alvarez. Sales pitch. Swing the rear ground ball. And there's the play at short to the first. Dug him out. 2 down. First baseman for the Railers, Rowdy Tellez. Two out and one on second base for Chicago. Lyle's warming up for the Stingers. So he's warming up at the bullpen. And that one, nice catch at first base by the Stingers' first baseman, Castellanos, with a 2-run blast, and it's 4-1 Chicago. So Shohei Ohtani, he stole 3 bases yesterday. 3 bases. Tell him all like 5 or 7 innings of a 2-hit ball game in the win against the Raptors. Dallas Stapleton breaks it of a 116 slump and a 2-hit performance versus the Albuquerque Aliens. How about that? Tell ya, Shohei Ohtani stole 3 bases yesterday. That is the most Shohei thing I've ever heard. And first pitch, strike, 0-1. I just know the final scores of these games. I don't know anything else about them. Just know the Railers won 6-4 yesterday. Now I know that Ohtani stole 3 bases yesterday. That'll be ground ball to first base. Tellez run to the bag. Got him, 1 down. And Harrison Bader is retired. Here's the third baseman for Cincy, Garrett Hampson. Struck out his first time. Bottom of the third inning. Oh, he tried to buy, but nowhere near. If you get in the button position, you miss it, it's a strike. And they're going to be swinging a miss, 0-2. So this Cincy team, they got ahead early, but now they're falling behind quite quickly. And there's a fly ball. Short run on it, and that's out number 2. For Castellanos to make the catch. Here's the right fielder for Cincy, David Fry. Very struck out today. Usually he plays third base. But since he's playing right field.
Ball 1.
They're saying that'll be ball 1, David Fry. Batting .318. Very solid numbers for David Fry.
No
Curveball 2-0. MLB he does not hit. I don't even think he hits 200. I think it's like 170 that he hits. But he hits at the most important times possible. And the count's 2-1.
Ball 3.
So that'll be ball 3. Counts 3-1. I swear the Guardians, they have They're one of the weird. They're just a weird team. Let's go to the next inning. Now it's 3-2, because their entire team is built around Jose Ramirez. Let's play a little more once. Assuming this inning ends here. Oh, got him on the lower inside corner. Just barely got in the zone. Strike 3. We're going to the 4th. Now for the Railers is Tommy Troy, the shortstop. Yeah, to continue with the Guardians thing, as I said, yeah, their entire team's built around Jose Ramirez. He's not that he's not the only good player, because there's other good players besides him. But if you don't have him, that team is not a playoff team by any stretch of the imagination. Then you had Josh Naylor, but he's gone. High fly ball, deep left field. He's going back, track, and it dies on the warning track, and that's out number 1. Not enough for Tommy Troy to get out of the ballpark. There's Ruben James, the center fielder, with 1 down. Sale's already at 64 pitches. Like the Guardians, I got so done. Now I want to finish what I was talking about. Because you have him, and then you have your Gavin Williams and Tanner Bybee. Wait, I think Bybee's gone, actually. I believe he's gone. So you got Gavin Williams. You got their other starters that I do not remember the name of at the moment. So, I mean, he's good, but is he? That's another rebounding ball towards it. Field diving grab! Run at first! And he cannot field it. So he doesn't get the out, but what a play. A diving grab, but he can't make the play. Unbelievable catch, though. Off the mound. Diving play at center field. And then he can't dig it out at first. Oh, man, does that gotta hurt. Man, does that gotta hurt. He couldn't scoop it. I don't know if that would be in time anyway, though. The thing with that, because he had to get up and throw it. It took him a second. When James does advance, here is Nolan Jones. He's 1 for 1 today. I'm gonna be a ground ball. That'll be a foul. 0-1. Ruben James on first. James is taking off for second base, and the throw will be in time. And they get Ruben James out for out number 2. A very close one at the bag. I want to review that. I can't. I keep forgetting that I can't review for some reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I can't. That was a really close play at the plate there. No, not the plate. At second base. And slider, strike 3 to Nolan Jones. And that ends the inning. We're going. The Stingers 4. That ends the top half. Into the bottom half of the 4th, there is William Contreras. Contreras leading off. Last time he hit the solo home run, he only run for Cincy to this point.
0-1's the count.
39 RBIs. His next RBI would be number 40. This counts 1-1. Glad to have you tuning in here on this Sunday night for some Sunday night baseball. So we're going to move ground ball and that's going to get through center field, base hit. Get off single for Contreras, he's 2 for 2. First the homer and then the single. So it just needs a double and triple for the cycle. Here's Altuve.
Ball, that's just out.
All off the plate, 1-0. Jose Altuve, the second baseman.
Ball. 2-0.
You hear that? The Jose chants. Very wholesome. To a count to Altuve. So gonna be down the left field line, right over the head of the third base Cincy coach. But it's foul. Thank God she didn't hit anybody. Counts 2-1 to Altuve. It'll be a fly ball to the left center field. Swing going. Track. And there's the out for Ruben James. Throw to second. Keeps the runner at first. Just ran up Ruchuk, left fielder.
That's out.
Yeah, that'll be off the play. That'll be ball one on the fastball. So off the plate there. Complete miss. Maybe slight in your form sometimes. But we fly to right. Castellanos under it. Makes the catch. And there's two down. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho, with 2 out and 1 on first base. And the fourth. Stingers trailing by 3. They did pitch for Hall. Got Varsho with the knees. Strike 1. We'll go with those like dart fastballs, especially when they're in a bit hard to hit places, like at the knees or up in the zone. You throw them fast. I can increase the difficulty of hitting them. I'm going to piece of it right back at Hall for the first. Got him, and that's at number 3. We're going to the 5th. Rattlers hold on to the 4-1 lead. We're going to the 5th. Trevor Rogers coming in. 5th appearance this year. Just 5th appearance for Rogers. 6 innings pitched. 21% strikeout rate. 41.7% strikeout rate. 143 against both righties and lefties. The DH, Shohei Ohtani, to the plate. Ohtani has...
Ball, that's out.
The count's 1-1. Pitch. Slider. Good slider to Ohtani. Ohtani only struck out once today. We're seeing we're gonna piece of it. What count stays 1-2 to Ohtani. Top of the 5th, the 1-2 pitch. We're seeing we're out the play and the count's 2-2. Bouncing ball, and he can't get there. Altuve didn't even try. It'll be an easy single for Ohtani. Go back to first, but he's called safe. Top of the 5th, the count's 0-1. Top of the 5th inning. Count's 0-1. Glider swung on a miss, 0-2. 108 strikeouts this year for Nolan Gorman. Next year, that'll be found off out of the line. Count saves 0-2. Rogers gets another And Gorman got a piece of it. Gorman's fighting off these foul balls. 0-2 pitch. High fly ball. Fly ball. I don't feel line. It's not very deep at all. Not deep enough for the second base. Gives the only Stingers runner on first base. And there's one down. Here's Nick Castellanos. The only Chicago runner. I said Stingers runner by accident. Sorry. Castellanos, he had a home run down.
Ball, that's outside.
The one in the batter's eye. He had the 2-run blast earlier. He's looking for a 1700 hit. He could get it here.
2 balls, no strikes.
2 balls, no strike count. A pitch. That's gonna get through for Castellanos. And that's hit number 1700 for Nick Castellanos. There it is. He did it. Runners on the corners, 1 out. That's something. Home run, double, and RBI, and a run scored today for Isaac Perez. He's been pretty good. 2 for 2. Looking to go 3 for 3.
Oh, that's low.
Circle thing to blow 2-0 the count. The thing is, he's only batting 138 with runners in scoring position. He's not hitting the ball too well. Singer, that'll be ball 3. Francisco Alvarez. He's on deck. Ball 4 would load the bases to Isaac Paredes. Out of the zone, counts 3-1.
Ball 4,
Throw.
pitch low.
Ball 4, that'll load the bases. There's Francisco Alvarez. Bases loaded for Alvarez, 277. Takes it inside, strike 1. 183 with runners in scoring position he's batting. He's got bases loaded. Looking for the count 0-2. This is a good turn double play, or we'll see. It just depends on who hits the ball. And that's strike 3 to Alvarez, and there's 2 down. That throw. I don't know if that's even in the zone, but it helps the Stingers. They haven't been too happy besides the 1 home run they had in the first period by William Contreras. Counts 0-1 to Roddy Tellez now. 2 for 6. 2 for 6, a home run and 2 RBIs. That was all yesterday. 0-1 count to Roddy Tellez. A pitch. 144 0-2. Powell. 177 batting average with runners in scoring position. And a piece of it. Powell. Down the left field line. That'll bring another run for Chicago. 1 run to the plate, another run to the plate. It's 6-1. A 2-run single for Rowdy Tellez. 6-1 for the Chicago Railers. And the choo-choo train is steaming down the railroads. I had to try to make a saying. It didn't work too well, but whatever. Either way, Railers lead 6-1. Another high fly ball to center field. This one, Tracky's still looking up, and he's got another one in check, and then it finally gets hitting, but not before. A 2-run single, and it's 6-1. And for the first baseman, Jake Bauers, leading off the fifth for the Stingers. Bottom of the fifth inning. That's one right under it. Strike one. Count 0-1. Yeah, the Brewers game just started. Hopefully I'll get almost the rest of that game after this. We'll see whether it'll be fouled off 0-2. I might go on. Let's do it. I don't know. Oh, that's only something. Let's miss it. I haven't listened to any postseason games since the Yankees lost. Count 0-2. It might be really awkward when they're doing the postseason, but it'll be fun. It's gonna be like December. It's gonna be holiday season. It's Sim, so time doesn't matter as because they look the same regardless. Swing and a mass to a slider, and he struck him out. And there's one down in the Stingers' fifth. 5 strikeouts for Hall. Here's J.P. Crawford.
Nope.
He takes that one. A good take by J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford.
2-0.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad curveball by Hall. D.L. Hall. I want to say DJ Hall, but it's D.L. Hall. Stingers trailing big time here in the fifth. They go 5-run deficit. The high fly ball. Going to right center field towards the track to the wall. That's going to bounce off the wall. And Crawford's in there with a stand-up double with 1 out in the fifth. I thought that ball was going to be gone, but I was lucky it just bounced off the wall. Here's Bader. Crawford on second.
Ball 1, no strike.
Second change over there, we ball 1 to Bader. One out count. Here, Stingers trailing by 5 runs here in the fifth. Yellow's looking at pretty good out there for Chicago. And the 1-1 to Harrison Bader. Fly ball to left center field. And James Enter to make the catch. And that's out number 2. Here's Garrett Hampson, the third baseman for the Cincinnati Stingers. Hall looks a second, back of the plate, the pitch. High fly ball. This one, left field. And it's not going to get out of the ballpark. He makes the catch in left, and we're going to the sixth. And Crawford stranded at second base. It's still a 6-1 Railers lead. There's between D.L. Hall and Chris Hale. I'll pitch an extra inning, at least so far. He can pitch more. 4 runs given up for Chris Hale, just one run for Hall, earned run for the same. 7 hits given up for Sale. Hall gives up 5. 2 walks for Sale. Hall didn't walk a single guy. And Hall with 5 strikeouts. William James, leadoff man to play for Chicago here in the 6th. To lead off the 6th. Aaron Bummer and Cruz warming up. Fernando Cruz warming up for the Stingers. 1-0 count. William James at the plate. Takes the pitch. High fly ball for Ruben James. Down the left field line. Towards the track wall. Goodbye. Home run. 7-1 Chicago. That's number 12 in the air for Ruben James. And it's 7-1 the Chicago Railers. And that's how you silence the crowd in Cincinnati. Just play ball. Play the other team into submission. And Chicago's done that quite well tonight. High fly ball. He gets a perfect swing on it. Goodbye, good night, see you later. It's 7-1 Railers. And that's going to pull Trevor Rogers. See who they bring in replacement. They bring in Nathan Wiles. It's just his second appearance this year. Just came up from the minors. 30.5% strikeout rate, 125 against righties. No stat against lefties. Weight face off against Nolan Jones. Yeah, that's the type of game to bring him in. That one's fouled off. Struck one, too. Probably saving their good guys for a much closer game. Chicago, they're in a worse spot than the Cincinnati Stingers. Stingers are second in the Atlantic, and in the Central, the Railers are fourth. The Stingers only have 2 more wins than them. That Central Division is not a good division. It's not a good... It's interesting. 1-1 count to Nolan Jones, the pitch.
Ball 2.
Circle change, that'll be ball 2.
2-1.
And the 2-1 Jones.
That's ball 3.
Circle change, ball to play, that'll be ball 3. 3-1 the count. The DH Shohei Ohtani on deck for Chicago. 50th Wells. We'll play one game for Cincy, and that's a fly ball down the right field line. That's a fair ball for Nolan Jones. And he's got an easy lead up. He's got an easy no-out double here in the 6th. 14th double there for Jones. It'll be a leadoff double since there was already a solo home run for Ruben James. And with a double to right, here's Ohtani. There'll be a blast for Ohtani down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Gone! Right over the foul pole and right for Ohtani. He goes deep to right for the 5th homer of the year. It's a 9-1 ball game for the Railers. And the blowout continues here in Cincinnati. 9-1 Chicago. 9-1. Shohei Ohtani. And that is classic Ohtani. High, far, deep. High, far, deep, and he's high, hard, and deep. There you go. That's a bit. HHD. High, hard, and deep. 9-1 Chicago. Here's Nolan Gorman. I know he's gonna hit a home run today. He's doing his magic. Shohei Ohtani. Nolan Gorman, the second baseman, struck out flying a ground out today. So he's getting everything you don't want. You might get it. Second thing if I want to. It would be rough to pop now. Just now pop up. This one hasn't been yet. He must be there. He's foul behind home plate instead. That's on to Nolan Gorman. In the 0-2. So we're gonna strike the recall, and that's one down here in the Chicago 6th. I mean, Chicago's basically won the ball game at this point. We still got like 3 innings left to go. This will be a long night for Cincy. A long second half of the game. It's already been a long night. We still got half the game to play. Yep. 3 innings? Yep, only 3.5 since they're gonna have to play the bottom of the ninth too. So the big ground ball towards third to first. Slow to third to first, but he got the third to first, and so there's 2 down. Coming out is like when you're bringing your, no, they've already brought in a nobody. I mean, it's at least game 1 was close, but Chicago they might get. They're gonna win this series. It's a matter of if they'll get the sweep or not. That's gonna be the real question. Counts 1-0. Lisak Paredes. What's the number out off? 1-1 the count. The only Stingers run came from the William Contreras home run in the first. And that was it. They haven't done anything since. So if they can get back. They're pulling the Padres. If you remember the Padres-Dodgers series last year, Padres they had like a great first 2 games, and then they just stopped they stopped scoring, and they missed the playoffs this year. Wait, no, they didn't miss the playoffs. They got eliminated by the Cubs early on. Sweeper, strike 3. We're going to the Stingers 6th. 9-1 Chicago, including an Ohtani home run. Stingers 6th. David Fry leading off the Stingers 6th. It's a rough one. It is a rough one. They're gonna find a way to rebound back in the next series. Bottom 6th inning for David Fry. Right at the seats in the right foul for the first pitch. He has 13 homers this year, just the second on the Cincinnati Stingers. 0-1 pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Slider that'll be inside. 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Counts 2-1.
1 strike.
So 2-1 to David Fry. Which counts 2-2. And that's down low. The count's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Great 2 to Fry. That'll be a force, and that'll be foul. Count is full to David Fry. The Stingers' 6th inning leadoff man.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Ball 4 upstairs, and a walk David Fry. There's William Contreras. Had the home run his first time. He's 2 for 2 today.
Ball 1.
We're gonna go 3 for 3. I believe we walked. Ferguson and Ginkle warming up in the Railers bullpen. A 1-0 pitch.
2 balls, no strike.
And the count's 2-0. 9-1 Chicago lead. With a fly ball into left center field for Contreras. That one's all the way to the ball. Running around third. He's on his way to home. The throw will be not in time, and it's not due. An RBI double for William Contreras. 3 for 3 today. He's like basically the sole producer here in this ball game for the Stingers. And yeah, you get your little bit late, but you'll get your There you go. I forgot it. I gotta have that on deck. Move out off. Count 0-1. One count to Altuve. It'll be a bouncing ball and we foul their base side. Strike 3 called to Altuve and there's one down. 6 Ks for Hall. They're in the 6th. Another chip to the plate, the left fielder for Cincy. 1 on and 1 out for the Stingers. We're seeing strike 1. It's all about making it through a game like this. We fouled off. Count 0-2. These are tough games, man. If you're losing team. If you're winning team, you're having a blast. But if you're losing, yikes. The pitch. Four-seamer called strike 3. That was off the plate. What they say. That's strikeout number 6. Look at that. That's literally. That does not even. Maybe that doesn't touch the zone. It's hard to tell. There's Dalton Barshow. Slider 0-1.
0-1.
One pitch. Swung and a miss to the curveball.
No balls, 2
0-2.
strikes.
Looks back at second and then the pitch. Circle change up and it's 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And there's ball 2. 2-2 the count to Dalton Varsho. The pitch. Fly ball foul down the left of the line. Down stays. It's all about making it through these games, bro. All about surviving. That's a ball right back at Hall. Go to first, got him, and we're going to the 7th. And that ends the game. 9-2 Rattlers. Stingers add a run, making a 7-run lead. Still a 7-run lead for Chicago. So we get Rattlers 4, Stingers 2nd. That really highlights where their teams are. Aviators are struggling, so I don't like to see that. Here's Francisco Alvarez. It'll be a 4-seamer that'll be fouled. The count's 0-1. Meanwhile, still on the mound for Cincy.
Ball.
So Cincinnati. Fly ball left center field. Waits on it, makes the catch, and there's one down. Rowdy Tellez back to the plate. 2 singles, 2 RBIs today for Chicago. The lead 9-2. Rooting for the Rattlers. It's a fun game. Rooting for Cincy. At least, again, from a Cincy perspective, at least game 1 was close, but this game, It's been tough. A fly ball to deep left field. Right back there. Oh, a nice catch in left. Round number 2. Shortstop for Chicago, Tommy Troy. Or Simmer, strike 1. Starting with a very interesting. I do like they have a very almost like an 80s bright red with the blue. It does have almost, yeah, it does have an 80s look to it now that I look at it. Like, not really an 80s baseball look because they have stripes, but the color scheme. Fly ball, foul territory. And that's out number 3. We're going to the Stinger, 7th. So the big stretch, 92, Chicago. Tyler Ferguson coming in for Chicago. 59th appearance this year, 3-1 record. 6 old, 69 innings pitched, 63 ERA, 25% strikeout rate, 245 against righties, 143 against lefties. Here is the first baseman, Jake Bowers. A single earlier today. That's been all for Jake Bowers, the Stingers' first baseman. Count's 0-1. Fly ball, foul territory. Here's J.P. Crawford. So the Cincinnati Stingers. This was kind of like what a lot of Rockies games felt like. Record they finished? Yeah, the Rockies record was better than the White Sox of last year. Remember that? Well, you know, the 43 and 122. Try to do the math. Let me look up the exact record.
That's a ball.
$41 and 121. That was the record. That was close. So they never got a loss. 122.
3-2.
That's 3-2. To JP Crawford. Yeah. I bet that'll be bouncing ball. It'll be foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now he's pitching the at bat to Crawford. Ball 4 to JP Crawford. A 1-out walk for Cincinnati. Chris Harrison Bader. 7th inning, and Williams Turner gonna be down low by 1.
Counts 1-0. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Reno.
Rio count.
Aye.
9-1. Ferguson trying to make a comeback at the count to Bader. And the pitch. Foul off of the cutter, 3-2. Bader's at back going. They'll be bouncing ball towards their base.
He's out.
There's 1. There's 2. Off the bag, and he's safe. They get out number 2 at second, but they don't turn the double play since you can see he's way off the plate. They had to lunge out there to make the grab.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Baseball, making the catch, that's always going to be the number one priority over the out. If you try and stay on the bag, which you should, but if it causes you not to make the catch, then get off the bag. Because then if you don't make the catch, it'll be a whole lot worse and no advance. 2-0 count, bottom of the 7th. Firing, it'll be ball 3. Right fielder David Fry on deck. 3-0 count to Gary Hampson. Hasn't got a hit today. 3-1 down the middle. Ferguson keeps almost walking people. Counts right now. The count's full again.
3-2.
They did walk Harrison Bader. He's trying to keep. They do. Check swing. They say strike 3. And that ends the inning. We're going to the 8th. Center fielder Ruben James leading off the 8th inning. The leadoff man leading off an inning here. Top of the 8th. 9-2 Chicago. And he absolutely smokes one down the left field line. Goodbye, home run. Into the first row, down the left field line, towards the pole for Ruben James. James with his second bomb of the night. And it's 10-2. The Railers reach double digits. 13th blast this year for Ruben James. And he got a perfect swing too on that, we can see. Gets his foot down. Swings on time. Good bat placement. Swings all the way through and he gets enough to get down that left field line. 10-2 Chicago. That'll pull Nathan Lyles. Bring in Aaron Bummer. Which, that is an unfortunate name. Especially in this circumstance. 52nd this year for a record 11 holds, 58 innings pitched, 2.30 ERA, 26.6 strikeout rate, 192 against righties, 222 against lefties. So Bummer gonna face Nolan Jones. Aaron Bummer. This game is a bummer from a Cincy perspective. From a Chicago perspective, this is literally. It's one of those happy games where you just get to just enjoy the game. No worries, no care in the world. Watch your team win. And you know they're gonna win too. Oh, early swing the gutter on a 1 to Nolan Jones. So I don't know. Statistically, they're not a good team, and they're 4th in division. They are taking Cincinnati. They are kicking Cincinnati butt. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out with a sweeper. First K for Aaron Bummer. There's one down top of the 8th. There's Shohei Ohtani. Towards the ladder. Towards the end of this one, just a couple more innings to go. 8th and the 9th. Let's see, ball right past Aaron Bummer. I don't even think you saw it. Altuve handles it. Throws to Jake Bowers for out number 2. No, it's J.P. Crawford, sorry. The second base half the time is the second baseman half the time is not even at second base. There's no one going, so that confused me a bit there.
Too high. Ball.
And it'll be upstairs, ball 1. Fernando Cruz and Brazovan warming up in the Stingers bullpen. I'll count to Nolan Gorman. Bummer's got it this time. And there's out number 3. We're going to the Stingers' 8th. Ruben James with the bomb down the left field line. His second bomb today. 10-2 Chicago. Leading off is Dave Fry, the 8th inning. Good hit, maybe to make his coach happy. Fly ball down the left field line, foul territory. And then strike 1 down the line. A 1 to Fry, slide low, and they say it's down, 1-1. Foul territory, and the count's 1-2 as it bounces down, just in front of the warning track. Fries, I got a hit today. Bang, him jumps down to 317. Strike 3 call. He swings in a fastball at the upper inside corner. Here comes William Contreras. No, swung too low on that cutter. Contreras takes strike 1 down the middle. Oh, got him on the corner. Strike 2. 2 from Ferguson. Four-seamer off the plate, called strike 3. I don't even think that was on the plate. I genuinely think they're favoring Chicago. Oh. In this game, you might, because there's been a lot of calls that have been probably off the plate, but they still give it to the Railers. Like, as they call pitcher calls them, have been off the plate, but they still get called strikes even though they're off the plate. So maybe that suppresses Cincy just a little bit. It's happened probably 3 or 4 times today.
1 ball, 1 strike.
We slider down low. The count's 1-1. There's 2 down here, nobody on. Altuve's at the plate. A rough day, but this whole Stingers lineup has had a rough day. Much more for Cincy, much worse result than Game 1. It was still lost, but they lost 6-4. They had a fighting chance to the third first. Got him, and that ends the 8th. We're going to the 9th. And chance the Railers to get some extra runs. If they need them, they'll lead 10-2. Leadoff man, 9th inning. Nick Castellanos for Chicago. Last chance for insurance runs, but they got a good set of them already, so they probably don't even need them. Because it's the position you like to be in, where you have a chance for extra runs, but you don't need them because you'll lead by so much. They're probably not going to need any extra runs. Well, since he goes on like some wild comeback, I highly doubt it. Highly. One, two. So I got him out of sweeper, strike 3 called. And there's out number 1. We're only on the count. We suck. Swinging him at a sweeper, 0-2.
Ball, that's in.
Oh, Bray's got a piece of it. Long run to get there. And he runs it down. There's the second out of the top half of the 9th. Dalton Varsho was able to make the play. Here is Francisco Alvarez. Chicago catcher. Two down south of the ninth.
Ball.
We're inching closer towards the end of this ball game. 1-0 Chicago. Quite the blowout. 10-2 ball game. 2 outs here, top of the ninth. And we'll go. After there, Chicago will shut down this ball game, and they'll win the series. What a shot to left center field for Francisco Alvarez. That's all the way to the wall. Alvarez is in there with a slide-in double. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. How about that? Perfect shot. You could just hear it off the bat. It's a perfect shot, and there with a double. So the 9th continues. Here's Rowdy Tellez, 2 for 4 today with a .211 batting average this year. Spoil over inside corner, 1-0-1. So the Stingers here. Basically just waiting to end their misery. High fly ball to deep left field, way back there. He looks up, he jumps. Goodbye, home run. Rowdy Tellez has a home run here in the 9th inning with 2 outs. I believe that's his 2nd home run today. I might be wrong. But either way, it's 12-2. A 10-run lead. Now the lead reaches double digits as Tellez goes deep to left for a 2-run blast. High fly ball. Deep to left, way down that line. Just over the wall. Similar to the Ohtani home run from earlier down the right field line. But reversed. 12-2. Chicago here in the 9th. This was a Columbus game. I would be all down in my moods today and stuff. Maybe I would be like absolutely pissed if it was a Columbus game and they were losing like this. Sissy, I don't really care. 12-2, Chicago. That'll be out of the play sinker. The count's 2-1. Yeah, you can really see it emptying out now. You can really see the emptiness. Mass exodus after that home run. Didn't like this part of the whole 2nd half of the game, but you know what else you gotta do? You're a Cincy fan, and you gotta stay here and watch this game. There's a few more people than I thought, but for baseball, but for a game like this, that's a lot of people here still here. Surprisingly, there's still a lot of people here. 3-2. Swing and a man strike 3. Rather's gonna close it out. 2-run blast for Rowdy Tellez down the left field line, and it's a 10-run lead. Rather's lead 12-2. Left fielder Randall Ridge has 2 strikeouts and a fly today. He'll lead off the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for Cincy really last hurrah for the Stingers here tonight before Chicago shuts them down. It'd be really odd if they have a rally. And I'm getting the high fly ball to deep left field, way back there. Track that one's right in front of him and over his head. And up in second base. Grichuk's got a lead-off double. Bottom of the 9th inning. How about that? But they got a long way to go. This first show. Fastball in the upper inside corner, strike 1. Yep,
that ball went out.
Off the plate, 1-1. And
One ball,
he struck
two
out
strikes.
1-2. The count to Dalton Varsho. Here's the pitch.
Time. You got hit.
And that hits Varsho. 2-1 for Cincy. Here's Jake Bowers.
Nope. Ball one.
And
Counts 1-0.
our 6 about to play. That'll be ball 1, 1-0. Still nobody out though. Come on to this corner. Counts 1-1.
Ball two.
The 2-1
That's ball
pitch.
three.
It'll be ball 3. The count's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball. That'll bring at least 1 run home. And he will score. And for the play, not a time. 2-run double. Jake Bowers, and it's 12-4. Here's J.P. Crawford. 12-4 ball game. And it's now an 8-run deficit, but still. Well, hey, there's nobody out, so that's something. Stinger's keeping this game going. Nobody out in the 9th. We've already scored 2 runs. That will be down for a base hit. And they'll bring another run home, and it is 12-5. And it's the pull. Forcing him in the counts 1-1. I'm in the 9th inning. Railers 2 outs away from taking the series against Cincy. Playing the counts 1-2. This whole lineup's playing their cards well. Gibson's 0 for 4 today. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stingers down to their final out. David Fry, the last chance for Cincy. The last one in the way from a Railers victory, but it's still a blowout lead. They try to rally, but Kevin Ginkle shut it down. I want to Fry. Playing the count. That's all. That was off the plate, but they say it's a strike. 0-2. Needs one more strike to win.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Slyer off the play in the counts 1-2. So 1-2.
2-2 the count.
Well, off the play, the Slyer in the counts 2-2. To David Fry. We're assuming going to be fouled off the plate. Fry keeps this game going. Count is full. Sinker out the play. 3-2. Well, Contreras on deck. He hit the only singer's home run today. He's on deck. So I'm Kevin Ginkle. I try and get strike 3 now. 3-2. Ball 4. That'll walk David Fry. I'm gonna bring up William Contreras. I'll tell you, they're playing despite everything, they're playing the guards well. The little runs they could potentially score, they'd still be losing the game. Just because they gave up so much. Contreras a triple shy of the cycle. And that's gonna get through. That's all the way to the wall. He's on his way to second. Where's he gonna go for third? Gonna throw home, and he's got another run. It's 12-7. 2-run double for William Contreras. The game continues. Here's Altuve. This game's somehow still going. What a performance here in the 9th inning. They were losing 12-2, and they've scored 5 runs. Very solid. They're only trailing by 5 now. But there is 2 outs bottom in the 9th inning. That's the thing. And that one! It's gonna bounce off the wall. That'll bring another run home. And the throw to second base will be in time. That is your ball game. A run scores, but the Rattlers win 12-8. They get Altuve out at second base. 12-8 win for the Chicago Rattlers. And they'll win the series. And can they get this? They're looking for the sweep tomorrow. We'll see. Rattlers win 12-8 over the Stingers. I'm Thomas Rose. Glad to have you tuning in here on a Sunday night. Hope you had a good time. I sure did. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.